So no matter what negotiations happen going forward, we're still looking at, I believe you had put out a 10%, 10% tariffs are likely to be inflationary. We'll get to inflation. Let's go back to the piecemeal comment that you made because we've been talking a lot about the tariffs that could affect the auto industry. But as you look at what was announced yesterday, what do you see as the economic sectors in the US that are most vulnerable right now?
So look, the market was focusing on attention on a pretty short list of sectors that are most vulnerable in the context of a trade escalation. And as you correctly mentioned, auto parts were one of the clear examples, but it's not the only one. We're seeing a meaningful hit to sectors like discretionary consumer goods, where you import a lot of those goods, and those prices will be impacted by the tariffs that were announced. Similarly, within the industrial complex, quite a number of, for example, chemical products could be imported into the US. So we're seeing pressure on companies where supply chains are international in nature, and that they can be impacted quite hard by what's been announced yesterday. So there are clearly a number of sectors that have been disproportionately hit, but we also know that these sectors were pretty well telegraphed. So when we're looking at the performance of fixed income instruments from those sectors in recent months, we've already seen underperformance of those trade-sensitive sectors manifesting itself in anticipation of the announcements that we've seen yesterday. So as far as we're concerned, actually, in case of those most impacted sectors, probably most of the price adjustment has already occurred. And our attention is actually switching to other topics, like, for example, the overall strength and resiliency of the US consumer, whether that will remain in place.